Weird. Some days I just like feel this insane urge to just like chill and like follow my intuition and do what I'm being called to do. And I like to do this every now and then because I think our intuition can get so clouded by like things that we have to do. And today was one of those days that I just woke up and I meditated and I got into the vortex, I got into alignment, and just really listened to what I felt called to do. And filming this video was one of those things. I am here to tell you that whatever you're doing with your manifestations is working and it's on its way to you. And I know that's probably not the worst thing to hear, but I feel like it can be hard to trust, you know what I mean? And so often we're like, okay, yeah, it's on the way, but like, where is it? You know what I mean? But I want to say a couple things that will hopefully put you back in the knowing that it is truly on its way to you, and it's just waiting for you to know that it's already yours. When you go into the state of the wish fulfilled, when you go into meditation, into sats, into visualization, you've observed the quantum reality. Like, you have influenced matter, because now the way quantum mechanics works is like the state of the electron isn't determined until the electron is actually observed. And so that's why the law of assumption and manifestation works, is because if we keep repeating something in our mind and keep seeing it in our mind's eye, eventually it's going to transpire into reality because we have observed the electron. And we can do that in physicality. We can also do that in mind. Everything that exists first in the mind will eventually exist in physicality, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Like, everything that exists in the physical at one point just existed in the mind. You know, if we're talking about inventions or creations, really everything started within mind. That's where all of these seeds originate from. So really, that's all you have to do, is when you go into the state of the wish fulfilled and you have truly embodied that state, and you have felt immersed in that experience of you living in the dream home, of you having the dream group of friends, of you know, working your dream job, traveling the world, whatever it is that you are trying to manifest, once you go into that state and you've observed that reality, it's done. It's fulfilled. That will eventually transpire, and the mirror of the 3D will eventually catch up to that, because basically the 3D is like the 4D, which is what we see in our mind's eye, slowed down. So sometimes it can take time for that to actually catch up. That's why in manifestation we talk about ignoring the 3D, because the 3D is the past, you know what I mean? It's things that you've already manifested. It's your old story. It's your old thoughts and beliefs and emotions and habits. Part of our work is when we go into that state of actually observing that reality, our dream reality, is then knowing that it is done. You know what I mean? Because it's so easy for us to go into that state and then come back and check a 3D and be like, well, what the heck? You know, it's still, nothing's changed in my 3D reality. When in reality, if we actually just let that go and let that transpire and didn't shift back into the old story, into the old paradigm, that's all it takes for it to manifest, for our reality to truly change. But we all know that it doesn't always work out that way. It only takes one time. It only takes one time to truly immerse yourself in that experience for the manifestation to come true. But I think it can be helpful to do it repeatedly. And that's because I think it helps saturate our mind and our beliefs more. Whereas you can do it, if you can do it one time, immerse yourself in that experience, know it's on its way to you, and let go and just fully live in the state that you know it's already coming, it will come to you. And I've had manifestations like this where I'm like, all right, it's mine, it's on its way. And then it happens, you know what I mean? It's just a matter of time. The bridge of events unfolds and it truly happens. But a lot of times, and especially if it's something that you're kind of brushing up against, like maybe it's your financial situation or like an SP, and like there's a lot of evidence that like that's not happening. What can be helpful is to keep saturating your mind and to keep doing the visualization. Not because you need to keep doing it to make it happen, but because it's going to put you in more of a state that like, this is real and this is my reality, and this is, you know, it's gonna, the more times you repeat that, especially if it feels good to you, it makes it more believable. Because if you keep rehearsing that experience, you understand what it feels like, and it just eventually feels so natural. It becomes who you are. Because when you go into these visualizations, like, you're lining up with that reality, obviously, but the more you do it, like, you also take back downloads and insights into what that reality feels like energetically, how that person behaves, how that person thinks, how that person operates. You know what I mean? So each time you do it, you're bringing more naturalness into it, because you're getting a better sense of what that actually tastes like. You know what I mean? You're taking back those energetic codes, those downloads, so you can actually become that person in your reality, and your reality can actually change. So I want to say that, like, repetition has less to do with continuing to make the event happen and has more to do with just helping you realize that it's real, that it's a reality, that it's yours, and you are that person already. So know that the quantum seeds have been planted. It is on its way to you. It's just waiting for you to know that it's happening. The bridge of events is already unfolding. You don't have to worry about how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. You don't have to go in there and try to manipulate everything. If you want to do anything, just keep practicing going back into visualization, going back into the wish fulfilled, not to make something happen, but to know, to enjoy it as your reality. Like, go into that and just pretend that that's already what exists. Like, feel as if you would feel if it already happened. Like, feel the gratitude of knowing that that reality is yours. You know what I mean? Go play in that state for the sake of doing it, because that's what you would be doing if it had already unfolded. You would just be relishing in the manifestation that has come forth, that has been created. So go do that now, and don't do it for the sake of trying to make something happen or make it come faster, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's already done. It's already coming to you. Just enjoy the feelings of the manifestation, because everything is unfolding perfectly and it will be here before you know it. So just continue stepping back into the state of the wish fulfilled and trust that everything that you want, everything that you visualize is coming to you. I love you so much, and I will see you next time.